Namaste. Welcome to Shubham Astrology once again. Today, on the fifth day of Navaratri, we are going to talk about the fifth form of Devi, that is Skanda Mata, the mother of Skanda, the son of Shiva, not the son of Parvati, no. Shiva and Parvati are the divine couple. Out of the three main deities in Hinduism, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, Vishnu have no child at all. Brahma have multiple childs, but he don't have a harmonious life. Harmonious marital life. Shiva have a good wife, a harmonious marital life, and have children as well. And Shiva have two children. One is Skanda, also known as Kartikeya, also known as Murugan, also known as Ayappa, who is created by Shiva only. And there is Ganesha, who is created by Parvati only. There is no child that they both create together. Right now in the fifth Navamsha, the form of Durga is Skanda Mata. Skanda, Shiva saw Mohini, the incarnation of Vishnu, and his sperm fell down. Those sperm fell into a water, fell into a pond, where the six Kritika sisters, Kritika as in Kritika Nakshatra, that Kritika, the six Kritika sisters were taking a bath. And they took the sperm and nourished it, etc. And that sperm became as Kartikeya, Skanda. That's why he is called Kartikeya. Kartikeya, nourished by the six Kritika sisters. That's why Kartikeya. But he is the son of Shiva. Devi as Skanda Mata is the one who takes the responsibility of Kartikeya. Despite the fact that she had no role in the creation of Kartikeya. This indicates the great divine mother form of Parvati. That she also accepts something that she haven't done willingly. That's what Skanda Mata is. She's not Kartikeya Mata, she's Skanda Mata. Here is the acceptance. Any planet in the fifth Navamsha, or the fifth Navamsha is from 13 degree 20 minutes of any sign to 16 degree 40 minutes of any sign. Any planet in this 13 degree 20 minute to 16 degree 40 minute. You know what? You are very gracious and very graceful related to the signification of that planet. Ask yourself why. You are very forgiving in the signification of that planet. You may not know the reason, but that's what the acceptance is. Somehow people ask me, sir, people generally get very angry, but sir, I don't have any type of anger. Why? Why you don't have any type of anger? Because your Mars is in the fifth Navamsha, my friend. That's why you are not having any type of anger at all. If you are having anger issues, then it is highly afflicted. But don't worry. As you will progress in life, even those issues will go. Planet in the fifth Navamsha is the planet who will give you the most phenomenal change. When you passed school and met your school friends after a long time, not only their faces, but something in their behavior also changed. The most prominent thing to change in their behavior was related to the planet they had in their fifth Navamsha. Yes. over the time, you tend to become tolerant with the signification of the planet that is in the fifth Navamsha. Yeah. You tend to become tolerant in the signification of the planet in the fifth Navamsha. Point 1. Point 2, as I told you, the fifth Navamsha gives Raja Yoga. Yes. Panchamamsha gives Raj Yoga. That planet is one of the most auspicious planets. Even if you have the 6th Lord, 8th Lord or 12th Lord in the 5th Navamsha, even in that scenario, the planet is supposed to give you Raja Yoga only. In the Dasha Antardasha of the planet in the 5th Navamsha, you are going to rise. Rise in life, it is going to give you Raja Yoga. See, Raja Yoga is a very technical Sanskrit word. What does Raja Yoga mean? Raja Yoga means professional excellence, good status in society, everyone will respect you, everyone will follow your words, and you will be at the top of your financial health and professional status. That's what Raja Yoga is. Don't get discouraged by the words such as Raja Yoga and how to see that in modern century. You are into a field, right? And you are competing someone. You want to become like him. Every businessman wants to become Bill Gates. That's what Raja Yoga is. When you are in Raja Yoga, when people want to become like you. That's what Raja Yoga is, right? Enjoying like a king. Raja Yoga is having the kingly enjoyment. Good status in profession. People want to become like you. You are enjoying your life. Complete chill. Financial freedom. Everything is under your control. Everything has been taken care of. You are having Raja Yoga. Don't get afraid by these heavy words, my friend. Become proud that you belong to one of the oldest religion of the world, which actually have such words. Right? It is not a newly constructed religion which don't have many old words, right? Be proud of that. Yeah. Coming to my point, back. The planet in the 5th Navamsha is going to give you Raja Yoga. Yes. Check that planet, follow that planet. See, let me tell you the biggest realization I have now. After spending 11 years as a consultant astrologer, since last 11 years I am looking at horoscopes and giving predictions. Almost. From 2016 I am doing it online. So even from 16 it is 4 years. From 2009 people used to visit my home because I belong from an astrological family itself, right? My father is an astrologer, my grandfather is an astrologer, my father's younger brother was an astrologer. Everyone in my family was an astrologer, right? And I'm looking at the horoscope since last 11 years. My father and Chachaji used to give me horoscopes, right? Calculate this dasha on the chart, predict this on the chart, do that on the chart. I was their sidekick, do this, do that, do the calculation for us. This is what I used to do. Yeah. Whenever I visited my village, suddenly. And you know what I have realized in these 11 years of experience? If you want to have Raja Yoga in your life, follow the planet who is giving you Raja Yoga. See, I always emphasize on this point. Let's take an example. You have Jupiter in your 11th house. Okay. If you don't follow Jupiter's advice in income, if you try to cheat person, if you try to cheat anyone, if you try to become clever in your monetary dealings, if you try to deceive someone, if you try to earn money by selling something is not worthy of the price, then you may have a temporary benefit for the time being, but that Jupiter in your 11th house will become upset. And not only you will be doing a bad karma, your chart will not work the way it was supposed to. It is all about being in synchronization with the planet. Yes. So now many a time, I say this thing, we have a concept of this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. There is nothing good, nothing bad, nothing right, nothing wrong. Tantra is a boon for many. Tantra is bane for many. Right? It all depends on which planets favor you. Spending a fortune, spending a huge amount in a dress, in a shirt made by Tommy Hilfiger, or spending a huge amount of money in a jeans by Versace can be an expenditure for you, but not for the person who is having Venus in the 11th house or Venus connected to the 11th Lord. For them, spending money there gives them profit from other sources. So what happens, right? If you have Rahu in the 11th house and you want to earn money, Rahu is focus. Everyone was bewildered by the Maya of Vishnu. Everyone was intoxicated by the beauty of Mohini, the incarnation of Vishnu, but Rahu was focused on his nectar. If you have Rahu in 11th house and you are not focused, there's no one who can save you. I know one of my friend. He have Rahu and Venus in the 11th house, Leo ascendant. He is very good in mathematics. He was highly qualified for government jobs. He never got a government job because of Amavasya in the 9th house. 9th house indicates government. And if there is an Amavasya, Krishna Chaturdashi, Triyodashi, Ashtami in the 9th house, of course the government job is not going to happen. That's a different thing. But he have Rahu in his 11th house. He is very good in mathematics. And since last 5-6 years, we are friends, and he always keeps on telling me, I want to start a tuition, I want to teach tuitions to, college students, school students, because he's very good in mathematics. But somehow, even after this 5-6 years, he have not been able to do so. You know why? Because he is not focusing on that. He is into a job. He goes to the office daily and is very punctual in his job. He have a dream of having his own tuitions. But that dream is just a dream. He is not focused for the dream. That's why Rahu is not supporting him. If you are not focused and if you are not dedicated, then the Rahu is not going to support you. Never, ever, ever. So you know what? So Rahu is in your 11th house and you want gains. Your road to gains, your success to gains, your blueprint to profit is Rahu. Behave like Rahu, think like Rahu, eat like Rahu, sleep like Rahu, do everything like Rahu. Then the Rahu in the 11th house will get activated and it will open the doors of gain, open the doors of money, open the doors of wish fulfillment, and open every door for you. This is my experience of the 11 years. Right? So this is the only point that I emphasize. This is the only point that I emphasize. When I say that the planet in the 5th Navamsha will give you Raja Yoga, what do I mean is that you follow the planet. Suppose I have Mercury in the 5th Navamsha. I can do everything, but I cannot feel bad of someone's word. I cannot get offended by someone's comment because of Mercury. Because Mercury is, Mercury is a bully. Mercury is, humorous. Mercury is very, Mercury is very laughing. Mercury is Mercury takes everything lightly. He's always cracking jokes. Mercury doesn't get offended ever, because he's a prince. He's a young child. He will listen to anyone, and he will like listen from this ear and take it out from the other ear. That's what Mercury does. And if I have Mercury in the fifth Navamsha, for success I have to be like Mercury. Otherwise, it will be a problem, and the success will not come to me. That's the most important thing that you have to understand. Someone having Saturn in the ascendant, if they are working late in the night and waking up late in the next day, no problem, because they have a good Saturn in the ascendant. Versus someone who is having a bad Saturn, that person waking up late in the morning is inviting disease and misery to his own life. Understand something: there is nothing good, nothing bad when it comes to planet. It is just about which planet you follow. And if you have any planet in the fifth Navamsha, first of all, you are a very fortunate guy that you are having a planet in the fifth Navamsha. Just by the planet being in the fifth Navamsha, he will have good dignity in at least 3-4 divisional charts. He will have good dignity in 3-4 astrological calculations just by being in the fifth Navamsha. That's why Gemini told very intelligently that planet in the fifth Navamsha gives you Raja Yoga. Yeah. Because the degree configuration of the fifth Navamsha, the degree configuration from 13 degree 20 minute to 16 degree 40 minute, that degree configuration in any sign is the golden degree. And if you have any planet in the golden degree, go follow that planet, no matter whatever it takes. If it costs you something, that is the cost for success. Pay that, and there will be no one in life that can stop you. Because Skand indicates valor. And the planet in the fifth Navamsha, that planet is having such a great valor, that if you follow him, he can compensate for everything in the chart. He can literally compensate for everything in the chart. You just have to follow the trait of the planet. But specifically, I will point one last thing. Skand gets hurt by Ganesha going around Shiva and Parvati and being a winner. He feels hurt, he feels cheated, and then he leaves for South India forever and never comes back to North India. Shiva and Parvati lives in Kailash, that is in North India, right? You know that. Sacrifice, my friend, sacrifice you have to give. If you have Sun in the fifth Navamsha, your success is only when you leave your father. If you have Moon in the fifth Navamsha, your success is only when you leave your mother. Mars in the fifth Navamsha, your success is only when you leave your brothers. Mercury in the fifth Navamsha, your success is only when you have no friends at all. Jupiter in the fifth Navamsha, your success is only when you become your boss. Venus in the fifth Navamsha, you can never have a success with a lady. No wife, no girlfriend, you are successful. Otherwise, any type of relationship will bind you, will bind your talents, will bind your free mind and thinking. Saturn in the fifth Navamsha, you have to do everything yourself. The planet in the fifth Navamsha will also demand a sacrifice. That sacrifice for success. If you give that sacrifice, it will bless you like crazy, like anything. If you don't give that sacrifice, that planet will make sure that you don't progress in life. This is the play of the fifth Navamsha with respect to the goddess Skandamata. Thank you for taking your time out and watching the video. We will meet in the next video. Namaskar.